One blink and the heavens crash down. A moment ago, the serpent was king of the dirt, curled up toxic, banking on its lethal fame. Then wham! Death drops from the clouds. No poison involved, no biting, just pure raw speed that makes Venom totally irrelevant. Out here, there's a harsh reality that hits most hunters when it's too late. Being lethal doesn't make you invincible. This is the tale of toxic snakes, making the ultimate error, underestimating the eyes locked onto them. Down in the brush, a cobra rears up, hood flared wide as a final caution. It sways, gauging the gap, priming a hit that could shut down a nervous system flat. That venom has been its safety net for ages. One nip, game over. High above the canopy, though, another killer has already zeroed in. Wings slice the air with concussive power. Talons are held back. The beak leads the charge. Zero stalling, zero wasted motion, just a straight shot to the snake's weakest link. The skull. The hit lands before instincts can even kick in. The cobra never gets a shot off. Poison isn't even a factor. Precision wraps this fight up before it really starts. In the wild, being accurate kills faster than toxins. Out on the open plains, a different snake bets its life on camouflage. Still, quiet. Just a smudge in the dust and shadows. But making it isn't about what you're hiding from, it's about who can spot you anyway. Sharp eyes pick up the tiniest twitch. A blur sweeps around the serpent, making it pivot over and over, burning fuel on every defensive lunge that bites nothing but breeze. It's not a mess. It's a game plan. Every whiffed bite drains the tank. Every spin shows a chink in the armor. And when the window opens just a heartbeat, the hunter goes all in. One surgical strike. One measured gamble. The ambush predator just got ambushed. You aren't watching cruelty. It's cold, hard survival math. Velocity against venom. Timing against terror. Just a memo that out here being the boss is temporary. You're just renting the title until you slip up. We're just getting started. If you want to watch the planet's scariest serpents get outplayed by gut instinct, smarts, and perfect execution, stick around. The next fight ramps up the speed, hits harder, and offers zero margin for slip-ups. If these lethal showdowns get your heart racing, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell right now, because the next chapter shows what happens when Venom meets its master right on the dirt. Down in the dirt, the rules flip. Camouflaged beneath the rotting leaves, the silent predator waits motionless, a coiled spring of lethal energy, sensing the vibrations of an approaching victim. Usually this is the home turf for poison. Tight quarters, no exit, zero wiggle room. One tag could mean organs shutting down, paralysis, or lights out in minutes. And the reptile knows it. Bunched up under the scrub, the rattler lies in wait. It's a loaded spring, muscles primed to snap. That rattle isn't panic, it's swagger. A broadcast that stepping over this line has a price tag. But the challenger doesn't back down. Instead of a frontal assault, the hunter strafes. Quick, unpredictable. Refusing to pick a lane. Every step makes the snake swivel, retarget, and burn energy, recalibrating. The rattler fires once, twice heavy hits, but missing by a hair. That hair's breadth is everything. The hunter gets something the snake misses. Poison needs skin contact. Speed kills that chance. Precision makes every miss hurt. The noose tightens. Stress levels spike. The rattler coils tighter, muscles screaming, reflexes lagging just enough to count. Strikes. Turn frantic instead of focused. That's the green light. A lightning dash. A fake out. Then a savage snap, not at the body but the brain case. The serpent pulls back a split second too late. One clean crunch ruins its balance. A second hits the same spot. The brawl is over in seconds. The ultimate trap setter is motionless, its biggest gun never fired. But strength doesn't promise tomorrow out here. In another scrap, the scales tip again. A new contender steps up, pint-sized, gutsy, and built for mayhem. This one doesn't dodge the bite. It invites it, because a few hunters are born with an ace up their sleeve, immunity. Toxins hit the blood, but the system doesn't crash. Instead, the brawler pushes in, hammering the head relentlessly, shrugging off the agony, ignoring the odds. The snake's threat starts to dim. It gets sluggish. And once more, accuracy finishes what poison couldn't start. The wild doesn't care about your street cred. It cares about your ability to adapt. If you're still here, you get it. Every tick of the clock counts. Subscribe now, and hang tight, because Chapter 3 brings in rivals that make Venom look like a weakness. Some wild fights aren't settled by who's fastest. It comes down to guts. Here, nobody flinches, nobody circles, nobody measures the gap. The killer walks right into the fire. The snake snaps to attention, hood out, rising tall, poison queued up for a surgical delivery. Usually this is where attackers bail, but this one stands its ground. The serpent fires first. A clean, mean lunge right for the chest. Venom pumps. The sting hits. But the hunter keeps coming. Not reckless, locked in. Every second it stays in the pocket robs the snake of time to back up, reset, or find room. Biology flips the script here. Some hunters run on blood loaded with natural blockers, proteins that break or neutralize toxins that would drop anything else. What should be a death sentence becomes a window of opportunity. The predator clamps onto the snake's skull and won't let go. Every shake is calculated. Every shift tightens the vise. The serpent goes wild, coils constricting muscles searing as it tries to break loose. But the edge is gone. The head is locked down. Those fangs are worthless. Moments later, the fight dies down. Elsewhere, the playbook changes again. This time, the threat hugs the dirt, scuttling on way too many legs with way too much patience. The snake feels the vibes and lashes out, wrapping the intruder in a frantic bid to freeze it. For a heartbeat, it holds. Venom injects. Muscles lock up. Reactions lag. The hunter stops, not scared, just processing. Then the squeeze comes back. Segment by segment, the attacker rejigs its grip, refusing to quit. The snake empties the tank. One last lunge. One final burst of aim. Pain shoots through the hunter, forcing a release and a retreat. The serpent makes it by a thread. Poison is searing its insides. Wounds are open. Staying alive isn't about winning anymore. It's about hanging on long enough to dodge the next nightmare. Wild survival is messy. It's a stack of razor-thin margins, and every scrap leaves a scar. If these gritty survival stories have you hooked, verify that subscription. Chapter 4 cranks up the peril with aerial attackers that never miss twice. When death drops from the sky, there's no alarm bell. With a terrifying hiss that freezes the blood, the viper launches a lightning-fast strike, sinking its hollow fangs deep into flesh to inject a cocktail of paralyzing toxins. No ground tremors, no time to coil up. The serpent spots the blur when it's already over. Wings blast open, turning the air into a riot. Feathers fan out not just for lift, but for the con. That sudden size explosion wrecks depth perception, shatters focus, and forces a freeze. In that split-second pause, the game is lost. The snake lashes out regardless. Venom missed the air, a Hail Mary defense, trying to blind or build a gap. But the killer knows this move. The head stays just out of the zone. The body weaves wings flapping in measured bursts to spoil the aim. Every twitch is planned. This predator grew up in the evolutionary arms race. The snake scampers for cover, sliding into a crack it thinks is safety. But tight spots turn defense into a dead end. The hunter chases without breaking stride, cutting off the exit, herding the snake back into the open where moves are tight and choices vanish. A sharp yank. The serpent is hauled out by its crown. This is the endgame. Repeat strikes land with savage economy. Not random. Not emotional. Each hit targets the same weak spot, overloading the nerves before Venom can even register. The snake's motor slows. Muscles quit. The fight leaves the body. Miles away, another standoff kicks off in the swamp. No cover, no back doors. A giant serpent rears up, head high, broadcasting who's boss. Its toxic payload is potent enough to drop creatures that dwarf its own frame. But massive size isn't raw speed. The challenger stalks, waiting for a clumsy turn or a lingering pause. The gap vanishes in a heartbeat. Fangs lock onto bone. Repeatedly, the serpent's vitality bleeds out with every moment it fails to retaliate. The clash ends in dead silence, not chaos. If you are still here, you are witnessing nature's brutal honesty. Subscribe and hold tight. Chapter 5 brings the most lethal face-off of the entire series. This ultimate showdown allows for zero mistakes. The jungle falls silent as the potent venom courses through the bloodstream. A grim reminder that one careless step in this territory can turn a trek into a fight for survival. The Cobra is coiled lethal and locked onto the danger ahead. No ambushes here. Just a raw head-to-head test of reflexes, rhythm, and pure grit. The reptile snaps first, swift and intended to kill. But the enemy was ready. Every lunge hits empty air. Each miss burns precious fuel. Every failed bite leaves a fatal opening. The brawl transforms into a countdown of pounding heartbeats. Then, the shift. One tiny slip. One spot left open. The predator strikes with absolute precision, clamping the skull before the toxins can even come into play. There is no long struggle. No second chances given.